Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on. 20. 54.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
What's that?
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
17.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd and 7, Goff got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Toss play, Kamara. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. On first down, Murray. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Brees. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It's a sack for Mitch Unrein. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, They want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Kamara trying again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. Third and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. Third and goal. From the gun, it's Breeze. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch, but still, no yardage. Okay.
He's got Higbee complete right side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Black 20.
Check 56. Lock the run. Check.
GC.
They'll try and run for it.
Go, go.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, LA! Corey Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And an alley to run. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Breeze now into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
You can't stop me.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Another try after the 1st down sack. Goff. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3rd and long. It's Goff. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Breeze. Off to Thomas on the left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Breeze. Going up top for Miller. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before break here. Goff. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Grant. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A 10th carry for Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle. We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Rams will get it at the 20. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Reynolds really saw an increased role last year after Cooper Kupp went down with that ACL injury. 29 catches last year for Reynolds, but 22 of those coming after November 11th when Kupp left the lineup. Third and 2, gone. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a second and 13.
Ready? 95-56. No chance.
Now Breeze. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Breeze going to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now Brees. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, first and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The reception good for 7. It's third down. To throw, it's Breeze. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown of the new season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
47 to Mike.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Super one.
Back to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. It's Grant, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Zerline now for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure?
Ted Ginn's gonna go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Lutz good on the extra point. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 40. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. They are, by the way, into the 4th quarter now in Oakland. The Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Breeze. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 25 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Breeze now to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Mike 58, right there.
Sammy.
Watch out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Or they'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got